A very good morning to students. Welcome to your next computer classes. Today we are here to start or to continue with our first chapter, that is a computer system. I hope that everybody has seen the previous videos which we had shared on the group. In case if someone has not seen, I would like to revise the content which we have done in previous class. So students, in previous class we started with that computer is an electronic machine, and I had already told you that why computer is an electronic machine, because it requires electrical energy or as power source to perform work or to work. Without electricity, this system or computer system will not work. Okay, so computer is an electronic machine which is being used to perform different work. Nowadays, we see computer at many places like schools, home, we can see it as office, different shops, supermarkets, hotels, banks, airports and railway stations for booking tickets and maintaining the operations. So many places we are using computers. Okay, and this is an electronic machine which is used for different purposes. You have also used computer in previous classes for like drawing purpose, coloring purpose. You have also used for doing calculations. Okay, and some online you have seen that your elder sister or brother are using it for doing their school projects and all. So for all these purpose in your academic life, professional life and your personal life, you are using computer for different purposes. So we must study about it. So the first topic was how the computer works. As we know that computer follows the process of IPO cycle, and I hope that everybody knows what does IPO cycle means. I stands for input, P stands for processing, and O stands for output. Okay, that means you provide input to the computer, you give data, you give data information to the computer. On the basis of it, computer process the information and it generates a output. If we again come back to our hardware part, these all are being regarded the hardware section of the computer system. So you provide input by using keyboard or mouse. Once the input is given, it is processed by the brain of the computer or central processing unit. Once it is being processed, it is shown on the monitor or the output device. Yes or no? It is happening all the time. Whenever, till the time you won't provide the input, the computer will do nothing. The computer will process nothing. Like if you have opened up a calculator and you have not given any digits for adding or subtracting, वो कुछ भी show नहीं करेगा. It will show zero itself, because it requires input, it requires instructions, data from your side or from the human side. Then it will process. So it processes IPO cycle, that is input, processing, output. We also discussed about the same IPO cycle with the help of an example in the previous section, where the work, that is the washing of the clothes, is to be done by your hands, but you are using a machine, that is a washing machine, which helps to do your work. So when you put the clothes, without putting the clothes, washing machine will wash nothing. Yes or no? उसमें जब तक आप कपड़े नहीं डालोगे वो कुछ नहीं. तो the clothes which you are putting in, that's input for that machine, washing machine. Then it washes the clothes with the washing powder and the water, and rinse it and dries it and gives back to you. So that washing, rinsing and your drying part was the processing part of that washing machine. वो उसको process कर रहा है, work कर रहा है, and once it all had been done, it gives you dried, clean clothes. That's the output. So we had understood the work or the IPO cycle on the basis of an example in our day-to-day life. Now come back to our life, hardware part. Like sir had told that you are using two particular devices. आप सीपीयू का यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, मॉनिटर का यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, बट वी आर यूजिंग कीबोर्ड एंड माउस फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग द इनपुट. Yes or no? By using these two devices commonly, okay, in a basic computer system, this diagram is of a basic computer system. Okay, so in that commonly found, other than this, we have other input devices, but commonly found input devices are keyboard and mouse. Okay, so these two devices are being used for providing input, hence they are known as input devices. You can't give input by using the CPU, you can't give input by using the monitor or printer, but by using these two devices you can give the input, hence these two devices are known as input devices. What are these known as? Input devices. Then the processing work is done by CPU. Monitor neither performs processing, keyboard, mouse neither performs processing. The processing work, the calculation work, the thinking work is done and performed by the CPU, Central Processing Unit. Hence, this device is known as processing unit or processing device. Beta, what we are doing? We are dividing the computer system. जो basic computer system होता है, we are dividing them on the basis of their work. कौन सा part या कौन सा device क्या work करता है, उसके basis पे हम उसको divide कर रहे हैं. Like keyboard input देने का काम करता है, mouse input देने के लिए काम आते हैं, इसलिए उसे input devices कहते हैं computer system का. Then CPU is being used for processing. CPU processing करने के वक्त use आता है. Okay, that's why it is known as processing unit or processing device. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are dividing the computer system on the basis of their action or their work. Then your monitor on which the result is shown or the printer जिस पे आप print out लेते हैं, these two devices where you can see the output of the process are known as output devices. So basically we had divided the complete computer system into three different categories on the basis of IPO cycle, like input devices, processing devices and output devices. In this chapter, they had further explained you regarding what is a keyboard, mouse, CPU, monitor or printer. We had done these topics in the previous, hence I would just quickly revise it. If we talk about the first input device, keyboard, consists of different keys, as we have read in the class 2 itself. It consists of different keys, alphanumeric keys, alphabetical keys. Yes or no? Numeric keys, number keys, some special keys like shift, function, enter, space bar. I hope we all know what are these buttons or what are these keys are used for. Like space bar is used to give spaces between the text. Enter, shift the cursor to the next line. So all these keys are on the keyboard, which are being used to provide input to the computer. Then mouse consists of two buttons and a scrolling wheel, which is being used for pointing, selecting, clicking on different icons, different units on the system. Then we comes to CPU. Now your brain, that is computer's brain, CPU, central processing unit. This system consists of ALU. The complete form is arithmetic logical unit. ALU, arithmetic logical unit, and in your CPU this ALU is the part which do the calculation. जो कैलकुलेशन करता है वो सीपीयू के अंदर उस पार्ट को कहते हैं ALU, अरिथमेटिक लॉजिकल यूनिट. Then we one more have a storage unit, that is your MU, which is memory unit. Now what is memory unit? Okay, all the calculation, all the inputs which you have provided to the computer, all the output result, that means whatever instructions, informations you have provided to the computer needs to be stored somewhere. उसको पहले store करना पड़ता है. As I had mentioned in the previous video, if I give you two number, add 2 and 3. So what you will do? You will take first number 2, you will save it in your brain. Then you will take the second number 3, you will store in your brain. बेटा विदाउट स्टोरिंग आप उसको कैलकुलेट नहीं कर सकते हैं. सेकंड नंबर लेते ही पहला वाला भूल जाओगे आप. यू विल फॉरगॉट द फर्स्ट वन. So we have to store in the brain. Similarly, the computer also has to store the input. So in CPU, that is central processing unit, the second part is memory unit, where the computer stores the data. It is mostly your hard disk. Okay, someday I will open up the CPU and I'll show you the practical part, the hard disk, where all this content of computers are being stored. Then we have, like आपके क्लास में मॉनिटर होता था, which controls everything, which controls students, which communicates between with teachers. Similarly, there is a control unit, CU, in your CPU. Okay, CU, control unit, which controls both ALU and memory unit for performing a task. ये मॉनिटर की तरह होता है, क्लास के मॉनिटर की तरह. ये क्या करते हैं? It provides the data which is stored in memory unit to ALU for providing the answer. जो आंसर ALU, आउटपुट ALU देता है, वो उसे स्टोर करते हैं, कंप्लीट प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल करके आउटपुट मॉनिटर पे शो करते हैं. So all this work, supervision work, or you can say surveillance work or managing work, this is like a manager. It manages both the unit ALU and control unit. I hope you have understood. The CPU consists of 3 parts: ALU, which is arithmetic logical unit, which performs the calculation evaluation work. Then we have memory unit, which is the memory unit which stores the content in the memory, and control unit which manages both the section. दोनों sections को control करते हैं. ये तीनों, all these 3 parts are available in your CPU. That CPU box, black color box which we are talking about, all these 3 units are available in this. Okay, so this is the explanation of CPU. What are the functions performed by CPU? So you have provided input by using the keyboard or mouse. Then CPU, with the help of ALU, memory unit, and CEU, has processed the content. Now after processing, what is generated? Processing होने के बाद में next step क्या होता है? What is the next step? The next step is output. So the devices which are being used for viewing, displaying the output, or printing or taking hard copy of it is known as your output devices. Basically, we have discussed about monitor and we have discussed about printer. I hope that everybody had seen a monitor. It's a LCD or LED like screen which is attached to the computer, on which you watch or see the result or the content, or displayed your content on the screen. Similarly, printer, the machine which prints the content on the hard paper. पेपर पे आप प्रिंट आउट लेते हैं, चाहे आपका रिपोर्ट हो. Many of you have taken out the printout of PDF file. which we teachers are sending. So when you take a printout on a hard copy, a printout on a paper, it is hard copy of your result. इसे hard copy कहते हैं. And the content which you see in monitor, this is soft copy. Again beta, there are two contents. If the output, if the content which is saved in the computer, which you see on the monitor, is soft copy of the content. Soft copy बोलते हैं उसे, जो कंप्यूटर के अंदर स्टोर होता है या जिसे हम कंप्यूटर के स्क्रीन पे देखते हैं. अगर वही कंटेंट, if that content itself we take a printout on a paper by using a printer, प्रिंटर का यूज करके हम पेपर पे प्रिंट आउट लेते हैं, whether it is a photo, whether it is a content article, yes or no, मम्मा का रिपोर्ट और आपके बिल्स वगैरह जो होते हैं शॉप्स पे जाने पर, yes or no, वो एक पेपर पे प्रिंट होके आते हैं, टाइप होकर आते हैं. That printout, if we take it on a printer, that copy is known as hard copy. Content inside the computer viewed on the screen is soft copy. Content outside the computer on a paper is your hard copy. We have also understood the processing. आपको एक processing और show किया गया है. We will explaining this IPO cycle by the example which is mentioned on page number 11, in which IPO cycle is being explained. In this, what is happens this YouTube? Okay. Now, input in your processing, we have ALU, control unit and memory unit, and we have then output. So input is been taken from your keyboard. Okay, like they have to add 25 plus 32. Okay, 25 and 32, and then you have given the instruction equals to. What is this equals to? Everybody knows that it will be equals to 57. But how the computer will work? How the computer will provide you the answer? Let's see. The control unit from keyboard. आप keyboard से ये दो नंबर प्रेस करेंगे तो from control unit will take the input from the keyboard. First is your 25, second will be your 32, and the instruction that you have to add and you have to show the output. These four instructions will be taken from the keyboard. Who? Control unit will take from keyboard. ये keyboard से लेगा वो. Then it will store these content or the input digits in your memory unit. It will save it in the memory unit, because as I have told you, whatever number we are taking for the calculation, we have to save it in the brain. Yes or no? So it will save it in the memory unit, जहां पे इसको store करेंगे. Then control unit will take these value, will send to ALU. Calculation भी तो करना है. So it will send to ALU along with the instruction कि आपको उसको add करना है और हमें result देना है. ALU will start the calculation. The answer will be 57. ALU will send this first in memory unit. Answer भी याद रखना जरूरी होता है. Because as I had mentioned, if I will use, और अगर मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ what was the answer of this question, you will say sir 57. कैसे पता चला आपको? How you know it? Because you have also saved answer or the output in memory. So similarly, the answer received from ALU will be stored in memory unit, and after that again CLU will take this output and show it on the monitor. This is how computer works for a simple calculation. I will again explain. CU, that is the control unit, manager, as I have mentioned you. It is the manager who manages all things. So CU will take the input from your keyboard input devices. The inputs are 25 and 32 plus the instruction that you have to add them and you have to show the output or equals to answer. Once these content has been taken by CU, it sends to memory unit. Memory unit में store करता है इन values को. After that, the stored values जो उसने store किया है, those values are given to ALU, arithmetical logical unit, which performs the calculation. उनसे ये सारे numbers देता है and instructions देता है कि आपको add करना है. ALU calculation perform करते हैं, it performs the calculation, generates a output which is again taken by CU to memory unit. CU control unit output को answer को ले जाके store करता है वापस. After storing, again it takes the value or the answer from memory unit and show it on the output device, that is your monitor. So all this work, all the actions are controlled by the control unit. Control unit takes the input, it stores it, it sends it for calculation, the output is again stored and the output is shown on the output device. All this work is managed by control unit. I hope that we have understood what do we mean by IPO cycle and how the computer performs the IPO process. Now we are going to just finish up with the chapter with small advantages we have discussed already. Advantages, the first advantages, good thing about computer or why we use computer so much. What is the benefit? क्या लाभ है, क्या फायदा है कंप्यूटर यूज करने का? Yes or no? हम कोई भी चीज करते हैं तो देखते हैं ना इससे क्या हमें गेन होगा, what we will gain from him, what profit will we have. So क्या फायदा है कंप्यूटर यूज करने का? The first is computer works at very high speed. Okay, it performs millions of calculations quickly. बहुत जल्दी जल्दी कर लेता है. We will blink our eyes. हम जितनी देर में पलक झपकाएंगे, we blink our eyes और आउटपुट आ जाएगा. We might take time to calculate. You may take time. I may take time to perform. But computer will do the work very quickly, very speedily. Okay. Then amount of work. Computer can do a lot of work. It never gets tired. It never gets bored and it never make mistakes. हमें थोड़ा सा काम ज्यादा दे दें, like if we give you 1 page writing, 2 page writing, you will say, oh sir, I am tired now, I can't write more. Yes or no? But for computer, you can give thousand papers for working, it will work. Third, accuracy. The computer work is accurate, correct, without mistake. We may make mistakes in addition. मैं तो कर लेता हूं कभी कभी, मेरे से तो हो जाता है. Yes or no? आपसे भी कभी कभी होता होगा. But computer never make mistakes in calculation. The answer generated by the computer is correct. Then we have storage. Computer can store a lot of things. बहुत सारी books, बहुत सारे articles it can store in its memory. Okay, so computer can store many. You have also seen that your computer may consist of so many movies, so many audio files, so many pictures, so many projects, so many work of your papa, so many work of your mama. Yes or no? In a single computer, इतनी सारी फाइलें पापा की कंप्यूटर में स्टोर होती हैं. I can't learn those files, I can't remember those files, but yes, computer can store a lot of things. Even papa will also can't able to learn those files, remember those files. Hence, he is keeping those in computer because computer can store a lot of things. Okay? Then we have versatility, that is, computer can perform different work. The computer can be used for drawing. It can be used for booking tickets. It can be used for bank purposes. It can be used for watching movies. It can be used for making articles, writing stories. Same computer can do a lot of work. Yes or no? It can show you different informations from the internet. The same computer can print a lot of pages. So computer is a versatile machine. Versatile means same computer or same machine can do so many things. One more example, like your mama, she can also do so many things: washing clothes, cooking food, teaching. Yes or no? So, like a mama can do many things, computer can also do many things. So, computer is a versatile machine. What is it? Versatile machine. Now, all what we discussed is advantages, good things of computer. Good things, है ना? Benefits, फायदा. Now, there are some disadvantages also. कमी, जिसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं आप में कुछ कमी है, you have some missing. So there are disadvantages, there are some not so good or dependent features of computer. The first is computer is not like a human being. वो हमारी तरह नहीं है. Okay, it is not a human being. It can't feel anything. It can't breathe. It can't move. Computer जहाँ है वहीं रहता है. It can't do the actions on own like I am doing. I can write here, I can teach you, I can turn here, I can look there. Yes or no? But computer cannot do these things. Okay? Then it doesn't have its own intelligence. खुद की बुद्धि नहीं है. बुद्धि means जो हम action अपने आप करते हैं. Like if we are thirsty, we require water. If I am hungry, I require food. So I can take it, I can do it on my own. Yes or no? I can sleep on my own. I can wake up my own. I can brush it my own. Yes or no? I can go there my own, here my own. I can turn like this my own. I have my own intelligence. I can do my work my own. But computer can't do it. Computer requires the action. It requires the instruction. It requires the command from the user. Then it will work. Else it will not work. So that's a bad thing also. कंप्यूटर को बार बार बताना पड़ता है कि उसे क्या करना है, तब वो काम करके देगा हमें. So it doesn't have its own intelligence. It cannot take its own decision. वो खुद डिसीजन या फैसला नहीं कर सकते. Do not take own decision. And it doesn't have, it cannot think also. वो खुद सोच भी नहीं सकता है. If I have given him two numbers 25 and 21, okay, so he can't think on its own कि I have to add it, subtract it, multiply, division, क्या करना है. Like if I give you 25, 21, somebody will say, sir, the answer is 46. Someone will say that the answer is, sir, 4. Someone will multiply it. Yes or no? So you are thinking on your own. You are thinking for addition, subtraction, multiplication. But computer can't do these things on its own. So computer is a dependent machine. Depends on human. हमारे ऊपर depend करता है वो for performing different works, for providing different instructions, data. Else it will not work. Okay, so this will conclude today's first chapter. I would be sharing the book reading session video in the next part. Kindly watch that. Please read the book. Then we will have a live session in which we will discuss the same content. In case of any query or doubt, you can raise at that time. I would request kindly please mute the video at the time of live session. Sorry, mute the mic at the time of live session. Thank you. Take care.